shall overcome someday. We will walk hand in hand, we will walk hand in hand, we will walk hand in hand someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall live in peace, we shall live in peace, we shall live in peace someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We are not afraid, we are not afraid, we are not afraid today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall overcome someday.
A warm good afternoon to all. Distinguished guest, Reverend Dr. Francis Caricat, SDB, respected Headmaster T.T. Musa Master, and my dear teachers, parents, and students. On this auspicious occasion, we are conducting the inauguration of the English Club of our esteemed institution. Every year, we conduct the inauguration of various clubs in our schools. What is the reason behind all these inaugurations? I think most of you have heard the saying, every teacher was once a student, every winner was once a loser, and every expert was once a beginner. But all of them have crossed the bridge called learning. When we conduct the inaugurations of various clubs in our school, we are just giving a fresh start to the follow-up activities of the club during the academic year. So, English Club is formed in a school to improve and strengthen the English language of the students. English language learning is a continuous process. Nobody can acquire English language within a limited period. Today, we are so lucky to have Reverend Dr. Francis Caricat as the chief guest of the inauguration of our English Club. He is famous as a priest from Salesian Don Bosco congregation, an author of 33 books, a public orator, journalist, and teacher. He is present working as the principal of Don Bosco Arts and Science College in Kannur district. Dear students, surely you can expect an excellent message from him. Father, your esteemed presence as an inaugurator of the English Club of our school is really an inspiration and blessing for all of us. So, on behalf of all who are present in the inaugural ceremony, I extend my cordial welcome to you most sincerely. Secondly, I am extremely obliged to welcome our headmaster, T.T. Musa Master. It is his hard work, efficiency, and farsightedness that brought name and fame to our institution. He is really the hero of our school. Sir, I welcome you most warmly in the name of all who are present in the meeting. Today, we have some students who are expressing their talents through various programs in the meeting. Let your programs be very attractive and interesting. I welcome each and every one of you warm-heartedly. Next, I welcome wholeheartedly all the teachers who are present in the meeting for your moral support and guidance. Last but not least, my duty is to welcome all the parents and students who are listening and watching the inaugural ceremony. Dear parents and students, it is really your valuable presence and mental support that make the session a successful and excellent one. So, I extend my warm welcome to you all most joyfully. Once again, welcoming one and all, I remain. Thank you all.
respected chief guest on the dais, Dr. Francis Caracat, principal of Don Bosco Institution, Angadi Kadavu, the English club convener, Mr. Sony Matthew, my dear children, and my dear teacher. It's a great occasion for our school. Our English club is being inaugurated. As you all know, the students get a lot of things in the classroom. As far as the language is concerned, they learn the basic structures, grammars, they learn the literature, but they just want to have a platform to express themselves and to create themselves. So English Club, it has been rigorously working in our campus, giving the students opportunity to express themselves and train the language competence. We had a lot of occasion. The children proved being the member of English Club. They developed the language and they perform well in all the academic activities. It provides them opportunities to organize, to perform, and to conduct seminars, discussions, debates in English language. And also, I do remember, we have been conducting English assemblies regularly in our school. So through all these platforms, children grow up and they get an opportunity to express their views and to learn the language skills. So apart from the classroom, they get a very good chance to improve the language skills. Finally, I request my dear students to make use of this opportunity. I know we are in an anxious period in the circumstance of COVID-19, but still you are performing very well. Especially you are supporting the online studies. You are taking a lot from the online classes. You participate in each and every programs conducted by the school. So I am very happy. So I request my dear students to make use of our English club. And once again, I express my gratitude, my joy, everything on this auspicious occasion. And I thank our chief guest, Reverend Father Francis Caracat, once again for being with us. Thank you. All the best. Thank you.
Respected Headmaster T.T. Musa sir, English Club Convener Sony sir, dear teachers and students of A.J. John Memorial School, Chattankutanara. I am very happy to be with you, to talk to you, and to inaugurate your English club. It's a privilege for me, it's a matter of pride for me, because I was shaped by this school. I completed my SSLC in this school in 1983. I spent 3 years there, and I'm indebted to all the teachers, particularly the English teacher. Jacob Elevenal sir was a key person who trained me up in English. Everybody, particularly those studying in Malayalam medium schools, always have serious concern, fear about English language. To many students, English is perceived, seen as a very complicated, complex language. I want to convince you that English is a very simple language. It's an easy to learn language. And therefore, if there is anyone among you who is scared, who is afraid of English language, you travel with me. I will convince you that picking up, mastering English language is easier than picking up Malayalam. I speak with conviction. Before I go into the way that I have mastered English language, let me talk to you about Baiju Ravindran, who is very familiar to you because he is the owner of world's leading online education platform, Byju's. He is from Kannur district. He is from Azhikode. He was not a product of an English medium school. He completed his studies in a very ordinary Malayalam medium school. Now he is the owner of one of the most leading online platforms in the world. And if you go into a study about this platform, you will come to know that during the last financial year, 2019-2020, the revenue was 2,800 crore rupees. In an interview, he declared before the world way that he had mastered English language. He was a person, while being a student, had fallen in love with games, with sports, with football, with table tennis, and particularly cricket. And he was a person who, with a passion for cricket, used to listen to cricket commentary. And it was through the dependency on the cricket commentary in English that he was able to master English language and was able to speak English fluently. If Baiju Devendran was able to come from a very ordinary background and make a big difference in the world, teaching students across the world in English language, if he can, why can't you? Let me share with you my own process of becoming a person with ascendancy over English language. After completing my studies at A.J. John Memorial School in a very rural setting in Calicut district, I joined Don Bosco Seminary. After joining Don Bosco Seminary, all of us were forced to converse, to talk to each other only in English. And we had excellent English teachers. After having spent a couple of weeks trying to understand the logic applied in English language, I realized that English is as simple as ABC. And I felt that several students have preconceived notion, have fear about the language of English because of their misunderstanding, because of their misconception, because of their misjudgment about complications in English language. When I was like you, I spoke Manglish, not English. What do I mean by Manglish? When a Keralite speaks English, we can easily identify because at the end of most of the words, there will be a Chandrakala. For example, what is your father? My father is a farmer. This is typical style of a Keralite. What is your mother? My mother is a homemaker. This was the pronunciation. This was a style that I too had when I was of your age. And I used to translate Malayalam into English, applying the same logic, the order applied, used in Malayalam. For example, ഞാൻ ഇന്നലെ ഒരു ഗ്ലാസ് പൊട്ടിച്ചു. How do I translate? Yesterday, a glass broke. This is not English. This is Manglish. English without grammar. English without proper structure. In the construction of a sentence in Malayalam, we always begin with subject. Subject is followed by time. And after time, object. and verb is placed at the end. ഞാൻ സബ്ജക്റ്റ്, ഇന്നലെ ടൈം, ഒരു ഗ്ലാസ് ഓബ്ജക്റ്റ്, പൊട്ടിച്ചു verb. This is Malayalam structure. But English structure is different, which I was not aware earlier. I was ignorant about the simple logic applied in English for the formulation of a sentence. What is a formula followed in English for the construction of a sentence? Subject plus verb plus object plus time. The time word will be at the end. I broke a glass yesterday. I subject. Broke verb. A glass object. Time yesterday. So this is the simple principle that we need to understand whenever we construct or formulate a sentence in English. Begin with subject, to be followed by an auxiliary, a helping verb, or a verb either in the present tense or past tense or future tense, followed by object, and the time words are always placed at the end. With these words, from my own experience, it's with a pleasure, as a privilege, that I inaugurate the English Club of A.J. John Memorial High School, Chattankutunada. I wish you all the best for all the upcoming programs, for you to master English language, to become proficient in English language as a conversationalist, as a writer, as an orator. All the best, dear students. Thank you for inviting me to inaugurate your English club.
Hey friends, I am here to recite the poem The Rod Not Taken by the famous poet Robert Frost. Two rods there was in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and with one traveller long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth, then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wandered where, though as for that the passing there had warmed them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay. In leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Thank you and have a nice day.
In the book review today, I would like to present you a science fiction written by H.G. Wells. The title of this book is The Invisible Man. Friends, as we all know, science fiction is a genre of novel that deal with science, technology, etc. as themes. The book was first published in 1897. Till recently, this book was included in CBSE English syllabus for plus 2 classes. Now I would like to introduce you to the author of this book, and then we would discuss about its summary. Herbert George Wells, or H.G. Wells, is a renowned British author. He was famous for his science fiction. He was born on 21st September 1866 and died on 13th August 1946. Some of his famous novels were The Time Machine, The War of the Worlds, etc. Now let us move on to our story. This is a story of a young man named Griffin. He attains invisibility, which means nobody could see him. He is alive and causes panic to everyone in England. He was a college student and then becomes a medical science student. He then turns his attention towards physics and finds a formula through which a human tissue can go invisible. He applies his newly invented substance on himself and becomes invisible. He then starts making troubles and even does crime after crime. He sets a building on fire, steals money, commits robbery, and even kills a person. He chooses Thomas Marvel as his assistant. When people and police chase him, they cannot see him as he was invisible. One day, Griffin meets his old classmate, Dr. Kemp, and confesses everything to him. Dr. Kemp betrays him to the police, who chase him and kill him finally. The Invisible Man is a story that tells us that science can lead to destruction if it is not controlled properly. So friends, we must use science for our advantages and benefits, not for any kind of destruction to nature. Thank you.
A warm welcome to all, beloved headmaster, dear teachers, parents, and my dear friends. On this pleasant afternoon, we have met together for the inauguration of the School English Club. On this occasion, let me speak a few words about English language. In today's competitive world, the importance of English cannot be ignored. English is one of the most spoken languages in the world. Nowadays, English has become the language of education in many countries. English is also important for making a good career. English has become the global language from a long time ago, and it will be in the future too. Even the internet has more than half of its websites in English. It helps us to follow trends, technology, and modernization. With so much advantages, learning English is always beneficial. So take the initiative to learn English for a bright future. So let me welcome all of you to join the School English Club. Thank you and have a cheerful day.
Good afternoon to all. Honorable Chief Guest, Reverend Father Dr. Francis Caricat, respected Headmaster T.T. Musiza, Mr. Sonisa, dear teachers, parents, and my dear companions. I am now before you to express my heartily gratitude to each and every one of you. Today, the English Club of our school has been officially inaugurated by Reverend Father Dr. Francis Caricat. Now, we got a clear idea that the English Club of our school is operated to flourish our English language. So, let's take place to participate every activity in the English Club, thereby to enrich our talents and potential in our English language. Today, well received as an inspirational message from Father, I think he is the most suitable guest for the English Club inaugural occasion. Father, your heart-touching address will really become a support and guidance to improve our English language. Soon, on behalf of all, I express my heartly gratitude to you most sincerely.
Secondly, it is my duty to thank Musiza, our headmaster. It is the keen power of your observation and dedication that our school is processing rapidly in all the levels. So I express my sincere gratitude to you at the name of all.
Finally, let me thank all the dear parents and companions. It your valuable presence will
that made the inaugural meeting ever memorable one. So I thank you most sincerely. I'm concluding my words. Thank you and have a very nice day.